tape in Bellator's first ever World Championship kickboxing fight. To those wins you see for Ghajji at 88 as an amateur on top of those 95 professional wins.
Yeah, dude, Ghajji's been around. He knows exactly what he's doing. This fight is going to be absolutely fascinating. I cannot wait for this bell to ring.
This is scheduled for 5 for Bellator's first World Championship. As Matt told you, it was a very respectful feeling out process in their first fight 2 years ago.
I mean, this is almost more action than there was in the first round already. Like, I would kind of think that since they know each other pretty well right now, that they shouldn't have to feel each other out, but I think they want to get into their rhythms. I wouldn't be surprised. There you go. Starting to open up.
Rematch is far more common in kickboxing than MMA.
Nice counter kick.
Can you put too much in the first fight or a previous fight against an opponent?
No, I don't think you can. Let me check that. I think you can if it didn't go long enough, but I think if it goes 5 rounds and it was a brutal fight like their first one was, nice body kick. I think that you know exactly what you're looking for here. You know each other's power, you know each other's tendencies right now. And when I was talking to Haida before, he said that he didn't ask for this rematch, but he was really hoping that this was going to be the fight they were going to offer him.
Haida.
Nice low kick. When you're fighting a lefty versus a righty, most of the time you're going to get, the jabs are kind of negated because their hands are so close to each other. So the jab almost, or the straight left and the straight right almost becomes the jab, right? Because that's the distance that you're looking for. So now, most of the time, each one of these guys can throw their power kicks. For Haida, you can throw his left leg. For Ghajji, you can throw his right leg because it lands on the inside of the body where the internal organs are. Which
we saw more and more of when their first fight went to round number 2. Haida wearing the red, white, and green from Tuscany, Florence, born actually in Morocco. Again, the slip, you'll see that a lot. Hard to discern to the novice the difference between the takedown and the slip.
I don't know if you noticed there, but Ghajji started throwing a combination midway through the ring and finished all the way against the corner. That was a 2-3 body kick, great combination.
High-level stuff.
High-level stuff. Especially to be able to fill that much space when he's bailing out and still to be able to continue that without throwing your rhythm off. That's a lot. Ooh, nice high kick.
That was a great lead. And again, you cannot clinch for rest. You can clinch for positioning and to set up offense.
It's good to see there's a lot of respect between the two of them, but neither one of them are afraid of each other or taking it easy. They're both they're trying to get their name on the paper, that's for sure.
Well, John McCarthy's memorized a lot of rule books.
Oh, nice high kick again. Nice knee. I'll tell you what, it's gonna be a great fight.
In their first fight 2 years ago, the first round was nearly all feeling out process. Not tonight in the rematch with the stakes so very high.
They're nice body kicks. Each one of them, both throwing them with a bad intentions. But I think it was really close.
Round 2 and the 7th round between these two fighters in the last 2 years.
Nice lead hook. You're going to see, since he's a lefty, you're going to see that Haida is going to be working to keep his right foot outside of Ghajji's left foot because you want the angle. Nice straight. Ooh, that got him. That landed. That got in a little bit. Nice question mark kick. Well, I tell you what, the creativity's coming out, and it's great to see a mixture of creativity and technical ability. Great to see it.
You can watch the chess match unfolding here.
Yeah. Like I said, they're not feeling each other out. They're working. They're trying to get their money in. All right, so that was a kick to the rear leg, okay? So most of the time, the front leg is going to be conditioned. It's going to be used to being kicked, but the rear leg isn't. It's pretty virgin most of the time. So what Haida just did is he took a long step in and threw a kick to the rear post leg to land right in the meat, right in the mid part of the thigh.
How do you prepare your leg to be kicked the number of times it's going to be kicked in a 5-round championship?
You prepare your legs by getting your legs kicked. That's all there is to it. If your legs are virgin and they're not getting touched up in practice, a single leg kick with no shin pad on it is going to sink all the way down to the bone, and that's going to change your day, buddy.
But a volume essentially deadens your legs.
Oh, dude, your legs will pull up. Your legs get stiff, hard to move. You can't flex them anymore. When you're throwing something, it'll feel like you're throwing a center block at the end of your leg. And on top of that, it makes your movement stagnant.
For the record, Matt Mitrione generously offered to test it out on me.
You know,
I could see how that felt.
I really thought you were going to take me up on that offer.
You know, the weekend's young, but I'm not anymore. That's the dilemma.
You'll be able to fight it off. Tyrone Spong taught me how to kick, and so did Henry Hooves, so I think you'll be just fine.
First time we've ever been compared.
Push back, let go.
I find that hard to believe. I don't know why. Nice high kick. Nice uppercut, too. I'll tell you what, the rear-handed uppercut's landing quite a bit tonight against all the fights that we've seen. And Haida's got a really good straight left. Things that he's been finding home quite a bit. Nice liver shot also. Oh, straight left. Haida's really coming after it right now.
A lot more inside here in round 2.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of power in everything they're throwing. A lot of bad intentions. See, I can see now. Look, Ghajji is really pressing the tempo, trying to get outside of the range and trying to get inside and do a little more work.
To people watching kickboxing for the first time, I assume it is not coincidence that the more experienced fighters are leading with their knees and their legs.
Absolutely. Close distance aggressively. Don't leave your body exposed. Absolutely.
You can tell the Matt just demonstrated that by the fact that my headset made that noise. I know we're not on camera the whole time, right?
It's pretty difficult to keep your hands off of you, you know?
I've been told, for better or worse.
So look, it looks like right now that Ghajji's trying to be a counterpuncher right now. Trying to keep out on the outside a little bit. I think that Haida's power is starting to get to Ghajji a little bit.
8 years difference between these two, so think about it.
Nice high kick.
Haida was 25 the first time they fought. Ghajji closer to his prime at 33. A lot can change in 2 years.
Absolutely. You're going to learn a whole lot, especially after the fight they had. You're going to learn a lot about yourself and a lot about what you can give out when you don't think you have any more.
As extraordinary as Ghajji's record is, 95-12-1, that's a lot of miles.
Yeah, and plus, like you said, the 88 amateur fights on top of that, and the 88, the countless ones that didn't get counted before. Nice question mark kick again.
Haida almost caught him when he went for the flying knee.
Nice high kick. Hey, that's the way to go. In my opinion, if a fight gets broken up, as soon as that fight starts again, you start throwing action, buddy.
You see how familiar they are with each other by now.
Yeah, for sure. You know what the good thing is you see great body kick again. Well, the good thing you're seeing now is that they're not overextending their punches. They're staying in and they're throwing combinations. They're staying technically sound and they're not getting too aggressive because they're getting frustrated because not much is landing. This is a great technical fight.
You heard that.
So what? So first of all, the forearm's going to be going numb here relatively soon. I mean, there's a lot of shin landing on forearms for sure. That's bone on bone, and that's going to leave a mark for sure. Now the other part is that I'm interested. I've been looking at their shins. I'm waiting to see if either one of them are going to start getting knots on their shin from getting checked or catching an elbow when you throw that body kick. If you catch an elbow, but your shin is going to swell up and become incredibly painful. They both look like really good though. Ghajji's right shin is pretty red, so you can tell that he's been throwing quite a bit. Hopefully that's not going to be
left. That's exactly what you were talking about, coming right out of the break.
Yeah, come out of a break, you throw something aggressive. He may have let his guard down.
Don't trip him. Don't hold. Fight.
I like John's warnings, right? Stern, like a father talking to his children, like, hey, cut it out.
Yeah, when you see him in the Bellator cage, when he starts walking towards you, well, you know you're going to the principal's office.
Oh, for sure, man. He is a sizable man. You know, they're throwing so hard, everything they're throwing. They need to take that, 2-3 second break in there. Both of them do, so they don't mind that rest. Because you're trying to catch each other's tempo, but you're also like, you have to take a step, reset your body, and get ready to go attack again.
Haida and Ghajji to the championship rounds of the championship fight. I didn't see it either. How do you have this through 3?
I've got 2-1 Ghajji.
Ghajji won the first fight by decision 2 years ago. place in Le Havre, France, May of 2014.
Oh. I'll tell you what, I think Ghajji's really starting to take over here. I can start seeing the pressure. He's got a lot of power in him, and he stays compact. A lot of things don't land. They stay on the outside of his body. And look at that. Every time they break, he comes in aggressive, attacks.
He is relentless with
nice,
that.
Oh, nice fight.
Yeah, he is getting stronger here.
You see that big breath? See that big breath that Haida just took? Oh, goodness.
That low shot.
They both needed that right now. Sometimes that can be a planned nut shot. There might have been one right there. Oh, wow, they get an knee break. Well, good for them, man.
So much respect between these two, and then
just going right back at it.
up.
I think that's a great look at Haida's forearms. Look at his bicep. Look how red his left forearm and bicep are. I mean, his arm's gonna be sore for the next week or so. Nice outside low kick too. Now look, I bet as soon as he starts throwing that Ghajji's gonna start throwing that straight right down the pipe. That was another one right to the rear leg. But see, the thing is, when Haida throws that outside low kick, he's lefty. So he steps to the outside, so it pulls himself out of the way of Ghajji's straight right. So it's going to be a hard punch to land, but I would imagine that Ghajji would just take a step to the outside, boom, come right back in. By the way, Haida just took a page out of Ghajji's notebook and threw a high kick as soon as the fight started again.
Break. So I don't have to eat every one of these.
Right. Nice shot. Digging on that. Ooh, great job. I'll tell you what, that's one of Haida's looks like is his go-to combination is that left hook to the liver and then a right low kick. It's a pendulum. See, whenever you throw something to one side, you want to come back to the other side because it's a pendulum. As soon as you reach out one side,
do not hold again. You understand? Hold.
Second time, and with John McCarthy, there is a degree to his warnings.
I think he just barely missed. That was about an inch too high. Nice knee.
Anything remotely connected to stalling or resting is going to be broken up immediately. Heads came together.
Big John's got no time for that. Ain't anybody got time for that, especially Big John. Nice. Sweet Brown, Big John.
Essentially, seeing Big John coming your way is like getting pulled over.
Nice. You know you're in trouble. But I hope you got nothing bad on you. Nice high kick.
You instinctively are reaching for your license and registration.
You know, I'll tell you what, these two, you can tell how comfortable they are fighting a lefty and a righty. You can tell, nice low kick there too.
Ghajji wound
swings
up
that
on
right by and comes right in. Nice low kick. Hey, you know what that was? There was a lot of pressure on his front leg because he was getting ready to throw something heavy. So as soon as he loaded in, kicked his right leg right up from underneath him.
To round 5.
This fight is just like the first one. I mean, these dudes just go at it and earn their money.
Does Haida need something spectacular now?
Yes. Haida is definitely behind on the scorecards. I've got it 3-1 sitting on Ghajji, and I think Haida needs a knockout here. And that's a shame to say because it's been a great fight. Great fight. I think you can hear the urgency in his corner's voice also. They're screaming at him, hey, you need to do something. Like, if I can understand Italian, I'm pretty sure that's what they'd be saying. All I can understand in Italian is my grandmother cussing me out.
I just taken a couple of warnings from John McCarthy for holding.
That was a low shot right there. I'm glad it didn't get called out. That didn't affect Ghajji that badly.
Haida's best round was round number 2. What was he doing, man, in round 2 that was working for him?
Well, I just think that he was a little bit more fresh. I think he had a little bit more pressure. I think he was throwing body kicks a little bit better, and I think his punches were landing. I think they were starting to sneak through, but I think he got tired. I think that Ghajji's pressure and his persistence has gotten through more.
1 point holding. 1 point holding.
And that was a point he could not afford to give.
Absolutely. Now, I mean, you're going to see him swinging for the fences now. Now, the thing is, you might catch a knockout now because Haida's going to be opening up so much, and that Ghajji might sit back, relax, see what's going to come in, and just capitalize on it.
Again, if you're not familiar with the rules, you can clinch and hold for position, not for rest. If you're not attacking, you're resting.
Nice high kick.
Haida knows what he has to do, but
Absolutely.
I don't know if he's got it in the tank.
I don't think he does either. And I think that Ghajji is just entirely too creative right now. He's fresher. He's got good power still. And he's pushing the pace. Look at him. Like, Haida needs this knockout.
Yep.
And he still can't muster it up.
45 seconds to go. Ghajji up plus the point deduction.
You know, it's almost like this fight, it's easy to be a fan just to watch and not even say anything about it. It's because the fight explains itself here. These two are going at it. They know what's on the line, and they're both champions.
Dude, you just got this job. Are you trying to say they don't need you? They don't need you?
Trying to sell myself out already, huh?
This has been a great performance. The first fight was very, very good. This fight has been at a higher level, especially for Ghajji.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ghajji really should. You can tell he grew quite a bit from his last couple of fights, and this is a spectacle that he's putting on today. Great fight. The left hook caught him there.
Closing in on his 96th win and closing in on making history as the first Bellator Kickboxing World Champion.
Great fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance in this world title contest, we'll go to your 3 ringside judges. Your first judge, Matteo Manganello, sees the fight 48-46. He scores it for Haida. Your second judge, Howard Hughes, scores the fight 50-44. He sees the fight for Ghajji. Your third and final judge at ringside, Tobias Gerald, sees the fight 50-44. He's got it for the winner by split decision. And still, ISK World